It was supposed to be a relaxing weekend getaway at a luxury hotel. For some, a short stay was an escape from their hectic lives, but for Alicia Mitchell, this stay would become a pivotal moment in her life. As she entered the pristine lobby of the upscale hotel, she felt a sense of pride. After all, she had earned her success through years of hard work in the tech industry. Little did she know, the receptionist had already made assumptions about her that would change everything. Alicia was met with a cold glance from the receptionist, who looked her up and down with visible judgment. "Can I help you?" the receptionist asked, her tone barely concealed with a sneer. Alicia, never one to back down, responded, "Yes, I have a reservation under Alicia Mitchell." The receptionist tapped away on the computer, then looked back at Alicia. "I'm sorry, but it looks like there's been a mistake. We don't have a room available for you. You'll need to wait outside while I figure this out." She gestured towards the door without even offering an apology. Alicia's heart sank. She wasn't accustomed to being treated this way, especially in an establishment that prided itself on luxury. But she kept her composure and chose not to argue. She stepped aside, but not without noticing the judgmental stares of the other guests. As Alicia waited by the door, she silently weighed her options. The staff didn't know who she was, and they definitely didn't know what she could do to make things right. After taking a deep breath, she pulled out her phone and made a quick call. "Hello, is this Mr. Robert Caldwell?" Alicia said calmly. "I need your help with something." On the other end of the line, Robert, the CEO of the hotel chain, immediately recognized her name. "Alicia, is everything okay?" Alicia simply replied, "Not yet, but I'm about to fix it." Seconds later, Robert Caldwell walked into the lobby, scanning the room until his eyes landed on Alicia. His face turned pale as he recognized the woman standing before him. He immediately approached the receptionist. "You made a terrible mistake," he said with authority. "This woman is Alicia Mitchell, one of our most valued business partners. She is not to be treated like this." The receptionist, now visibly shaken, stammered, "I didn't know." Alicia gave a small smile, the satisfaction of justice welling up inside her. She turned to Robert and said, "I trust you'll take care of everything." Within moments, Alicia was escorted to the best suite in the hotel, complete with a personal apology from the management team. Robert personally ensured that she was treated like the VIP she was meant to be. As Alicia settled into her luxurious room, she reflected on the day's events. She knew that not everyone would understand the power dynamics at play in that hotel. But for her, this was a reminder that it was not about where you came from, but about how you handle yourself when life challenges you. A few days later, Alicia was invited to speak at a prestigious industry conference where she shared the experience. "Never let anyone's assumptions define your worth," she told the audience. "The power to change your story is always in your hands." As Alicia settled into the luxurious suite, she thought the matter was settled. But just as she was about to relax, she received a mysterious message from an unknown number. The message simply read, "You're not done here yet. Watch your back." Alicia's heart skipped a beat. She was no stranger to challenges, but this felt different. Something told her that the moment wasn't over, and there was a deeper conspiracy at play. She couldn't shake the feeling that someone behind the scenes didn't want her to succeed. She brushed it off at first, chalking it up to paranoia, but a few hours later things took an unexpected turn. A sudden knock at the door interrupted her thoughts. She opened it to find the hotel manager, Robert Caldwell, standing there with a look of urgency on his face. "Alicia, I need to talk to you," Robert said, his voice tense. "There's been a mistake. A serious one. You weren't supposed to be here at all." Alicia raised an eyebrow. "What are you talking about? The hotel chain you're affiliated with? The one I said I partnered with? It's not real. We've been using your name without your consent," Robert confessed, his voice shaky. "And the board of directors is planning to frame you for a scandal, all because of your connections." Alicia was in shock. "What are you saying, Robert? You've been using my name without my permission." "Yes. They've been leveraging your reputation for years to boost the hotel's image, and now they want to take you down. I was ordered to keep you out of sight today, but when I saw who you were, I realized what I was a part of. I can't stand by and watch them destroy you, Robert said, his eyes pleading. Alicia's mind raced. A conspiracy. An elaborate scheme involving some of the most powerful people in the hotel business. I'm not going anywhere without exposing the truth, she said, now resolute. But we need to act fast. With Robert's help, Alicia used her connections to dig deep into the corporate records. She uncovered a trail of fraud, exploitation, and corporate manipulation. The hotel board had been intentionally using her name to gain profits without her knowledge, and had planned to frame her for mismanagement once she found out. As the investigation progressed, Alicia received help from some unexpected allies, top corporate lawyers, and industry insiders who respected her accomplishments. With their support, Alicia prepared to take the board down, ensuring that those responsible would face the consequences of their greed. In an explosive press conference, Alicia revealed the entire scheme. She showed the world how the hotel chain had exploited her name and reputation, and she publicly exposed the corrupt board members who had planned to destroy her career. The response was overwhelming. Alicia's story sparked outrage across the business world. Investors pulled their funding, and the board members were removed from power. The hotel chain, which had once been her adversary, now collapsed under the weight of its corruption. Alicia, on the other hand, became an unstoppable force in the corporate world. But the victory didn't stop there. Alicia received multiple offers to join top-tier companies and even launched her own international hospitality venture. With her reputation now cemented as a force for justice, she used her influence to mentor other women and minorities in the corporate world. As Alicia walked out of the press conference with her head held high, she felt a rush of accomplishment. But as she turned the corner to her car, her phone buzzed again with a new message. "Are you really done with us, Alicia?" The message sent a chill down her spine. It was from an unknown number, but something about it felt ominous. Alicia quickly showed the message to Robert, who looked visibly concerned. "This doesn't feel like the end," he said, furrowing his brow. "They might have bigger plans." Alicia nodded, already aware that this fight wasn't over yet. She had exposed the corruption of the hotel board, but it was clear that some powerful figures were not going to give up so easily. Alicia was no stranger to fighting back, but this was different. These were people who had already shown they were willing to destroy lives for their own benefit. The following days were filled with high-stakes meetings, legal battles, and media frenzy as Alicia's name soared to new heights. But she could feel the pressure mounting. The deeper she dug, the more she realized that the conspiracy reached far beyond the hotel chain. It wasn't long before Alicia discovered that one of the board members had been involved in multiple shady dealings with international business moguls. It wasn't just about hotel profits anymore. It was about illicit connections with powerful figures who would stop at nothing to maintain control. But Alicia wasn't about to back down. Late one evening, she received a surprising visitor. It was Lila Thompson, a former colleague from her university days, now a highly respected journalist. Lila had been investigating the same web of corruption and had uncovered startling new information. She showed Alicia a list of names that included politicians, CEOs, and even members of law enforcement, all of whom were tied to the same scandal. "They'll do anything to protect themselves," Lila said. "But we can take them down if we work together." Alicia felt a surge of hope. She wasn't alone in this battle, and now, armed with even more evidence, she had the power to expose them all. Alicia and Lila strategized for weeks, putting together a plan to take the scandal to an international platform. The plan was bold. They would leak the evidence through a series of coordinated interviews, and Alicia would take the spotlight once again. On the day of the final revelation, Alicia stood tall in front of the media, prepared for the most crucial moment of her career. She knew she was about to destroy everything the corrupt elite had worked so hard to protect. As the camera lights blazed around her, Alicia spoke with unwavering confidence. "These individuals who have hidden behind wealth, power, and influence will not continue to destroy the lives of hard-working people," she declared. "The truth will prevail." The public outcry was immense. Alicia's courage became a symbol for justice, and the names she had uncovered were all over the news. The scandal broke into the headlines globally, and in the weeks that followed, countless arrests were made, sending shockwaves through the business world. Alicia's name became synonymous with resilience and justice. She had successfully dismantled a corrupt empire that had stood for decades. Her victory was a reminder that no matter how powerful the adversary, the truth would always come out. After months of hard work, countless interviews, and a relentless pursuit of justice, Alicia's efforts paid off in the most powerful way possible. The corrupt figures who once believed they could remain untouchable were now facing charges that would forever alter their futures. The day the news broke, Alicia received an unexpected call. It was Robert, the CEO of the company, calling to congratulate her for bringing the truth to light. "I just wanted to say, we're behind you. You did what needed to be done. You've not only changed the course of our company, but have paved the way for others who have been silenced for far too long." Alicia smiled, feeling a deep sense of pride. "Thank you. I didn't do this for recognition. I did it because it was the right thing to do." The case gained national and even international attention, not just because of the exposure, but because Alicia had become a beacon of hope for those who had suffered in silence, facing injustice in a world that seemed to turn a blind eye. As the press conferences died down and Alicia returned to her daily life, the impact of her actions remained. Policies changed, a new culture of transparency was built in the hotel industry, and Alicia's name became synonymous with courage and integrity. But Alicia wasn't finished yet. She took it upon herself to use her newfound influence for something bigger. She founded a non-profit aimed at providing legal aid to those wronged by corporate greed and corruption. Her mission now was to ensure that the next generation would never have to face the same battles she did. And that's the end of today's incredible story. If Alicia's journey has inspired you, make sure to subscribe to Dark Side of Luna. We're bringing you more empowering stories of resilience and justice. Trust us, you won't want to miss the next episode. Subscribe now and join the revolution.